Okay, I'll show you how these boards work. So this is the coyote board. It's a split wooden board. I open up. Okay. So what I do, try to do this, I'm all alone, is I take coyote, it's fleshed, put it on the board, fur in, get it on the board, nice and centered. You don't want to stretch it, but you just want to pull it snug. Okay, that's just like that. Then this is the difficult part. Okay, so then what I do is you bring the legs in and this is hard with just one hand. Anyway, you staple there and there on both legs. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so you can see I made one little boo-boo there on the leg when I was flushing, but okay, staple, 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 and staple. Okay, and she's nice and centered. Get a nail quick. Okay, then what I do, again this is really difficult with one hand, is I put that against my thigh and then I just slowly, so much for that nail, try this again. It's going to be a 20-minute video with 3 minutes of actual content. Then I just slowly pull it apart and I kind of look, see there's a couple holes there, and I just kind of look where both it's going to be. Then I put my nail in again, and then I'm going to have, then what you do is pull it apart and then nail it. But I can't do that with two hands, so I'm going to put it down for a sec. Okay, so it's just tacked on there. You don't have to do it hard or anything. Okay, then you flip her over and tail flat. The tail has already been split on the fleshing beam and everything. When I have somebody here to help, I'll show you. So then what you do is the rump, there's kind of an extra little, it doesn't just go nice line like that. There's kind of a little bit of a I don't know, little extra skin there. So right there, just staple it. Don't pull hard on it, just a nice staple right there. And the same thing on that side. Just one little staple there and there. So I'm going to do that quick. Okay, so you can see she's stapled there and there. Okay, tail is right there, just falls through the crack of the board. Okay, then what I do is I have my little tacks. The ear cartilage is completely removed. It's just a flap of skin now. Again, when I have somebody here, I will have that video up how to do all of this stuff. But like I said, I just can't do this alone. Alright, then I just take a tack and just lightly tack it in, and then this one just to hold it. Because this is going to dry, and otherwise they'll shrivel up because they're just light little patches of skin. So another little one there. And all you're doing is just basically holding it that it stays flat. That's it. Just like that. Okay, so you're completed on the back side now. And then the last thing we do is you flip it over one more time onto the belly side. And, geez, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this with one hand. I know I won't. So what I'm going to do, try. Yeah, that won't work there. Basically what you want to do is right about here, you want to cut, and then you just take a little bit of that lip up to about there, and then same with this, you just continue on, you make your cut. So you have a nice big round open oval mouth, and it gets rid of all of that, you know, like that's the bottom chin there, and that's all unnecessary to be there. Then what you do is on the belly portion, you just trim lightly See here, there's some extra skin hanging, and you'll just trim a very nice neat line like that. Okay, so I'll do those, put the camera down, and be right back. Okay, so you can see how it's nice and clean now. There's no extra fat. You can see the lips are gone except that last little bit there on the top part of the jaw. All of this is clean, just the skin only. Okay, the legs stay that length. You don't have to trim them. And then down here at the belly, you can see how nice and neat that looks already. It's nice now. And that's it. So then what you do is you stand her up. Okay? And this one is pretty prime, so it won't take too long to dry. And what you want to do is you want to listen for, here's some muskrats. You hear that sound? See how it doesn't sound like that? Anyway, that's what you're wanting to do. Is you just want to get a nice clean kind of a dryness to it. And underneath the armpits here, feel right there. They won't be 100% dry, but when you get it all pretty much dry in there, that's a good indication there too. Just feel your armpits and stuff. Once that's done, flip it. That'll be, it's pretty late tonight already, so that'll be done in the morning. And then I'll show you how to pin it and do all the other stuff once you turn it. But that's basically how to board a coyote with a split board. Okay, so it's morning now, and you can hear that sound. That means they're ready to turn. Hey, and they feel the armpits. You just got a light little bit of moisture underneath, but very little. So anyway, then what you do is take all the tacks out of the ears, and you'll see that just flaps of skin now. Now there'll be a little wet spot on the head here. You'll see that, but that's okay. Okay, and then what you do is you just basically take all your staples out there and there, and on the underside on the legs. Take your nail out, push the board together, pull the whole thing off, and I'll do that and I'll be right back. Okay, once you got your coyote off the board, okay, then what you do is you carefully just bunch your hand, grab the fur, and then you slowly start to turn them. Okay, reach down a little further, and you just keep pulling on the fur. Once you get it started, and it'll go quick. And you just grab and pull. And just like that. Reach down, grab the fur, and pull. Okay, and then the last one is you reach down, grab the nose, which is right here, and then just literally stand with your foot right there. Okay? And it just pulls right up. And then you turn the nose. The freezer just kicked in, so hopefully this doesn't interfere with the sound. So if it does, I apologize. Okay, you push the nose out like that. Okay, then the ears, reach in, finger into the ear hole, just pop the ear out. Again, they're just little flaps of skin. You can see the ear inside. You just reach in and pull it out. Okay? Then, what you do is just give them a couple good snaps. And you put them back on the board. The front legs stay inside the pelt, so you don't have to pull them out or worry about them. So you put them back on the board. this here for the camera, is you reach in with your fingers into the armholes, and you just use your fingers like that to steer the arms down on the belly. Okay? That's all you do. Okay. Then, once you get the nose back on, just like that, and you get them pretty centered on the board, all I do is I just grab here and give one hard pop. That sets everything in line on the face, so his face will stay nice and flat. Okay, then put the board back here again, and all you do is same thing. Put a couple staples. I gotta grab my stapler. Okay, and you just put a couple staples. This is so hard to do with one hand. Back on. Back on the leg like that. And that's it. No more stapling. You don't have to do the butt or anything else now. Just those two. Then, get your nail again. And just pull the board apart. And again, you're not overstretching. That's a problem. Is everybody calls these things stretchers. So they think they have to stretch the animal. They're actually not. They're called forming board. You just form the animal. So anyway, then you just pound your nail in. Like so. Okay, now you have coyote. That's turned. And he's looking pretty rough and ugly right now. And then what we do is just 2 tacks this time, and you fold the ears, lay the ears down, and just give them a quick little tack. Okay, that circulate air into that area that is a tad bit wet yet. It's so hard to do with one hand. Okay. Then grab your fur brush. And you give them a real nice brushing everywhere. Okay, on the sides, everything. Okay, you're not getting any burrs or anything out. That's all done when you were doing the skinning process already. What you're doing is you're giving the fur a nice little brushing just to kind of lay it all where it's supposed to be. Okay, and that's it. Like so. Okay, then what you do is a tail. You see coyotes, everyone has a little black spot, or at least they do up here. You should have black spots centered, and then just give them a little snap and lay it down. You have a nice bushy tail. Again, it's been split on the fleshing beam already. And you have your coyote. And then leave them like that for a day or two or whatever you need till they dry. And then when you pull them off, I don't have any handy right now. You give them a real nice last little snap, and that fur will all just lay down exactly the way it's supposed to. And she's ready to go to sale. So that's how those boards work, and that's how you board a coyote. Fox, right here, exact same thing. There's no difference. All of the coyote, the fox, wolves, everything get done the exact same way.